Hello my little crafty monsters, how is everybody doing today? I hope everybody is fabulous! So, in today's fabulous tutorial, it's gonna be a little short one, but it's gonna cover basically, and let's just get down to it, there's Matthias. So I'm actually putting it into one of these little cards. Now, I didn't decorate this card because it's not really about the card that I'm making, it's basically the little mechanism. Yes, Matthias? It's basically the little mechanism that's inside the card, which is basically this little waterfall. How cool is that? Right? So you could decorate each one of these little panels with like a little saying, a little, you know, something. This is going to be a birthday card. So you can put like different little things in here, and when the recipient gets it, they'll just pull the little tab and they'll display all their little things that you put. You could even put like pictures and stuff like that. So let's talk about this little mechanism thing. It is super easy. This waterfall little mechanism is super easy to do. Now you could basically make these any size that you guys want. It really depends on what it is that you're gonna try to put. Either I think that the brightness of this paper is not really showing. So it really depends on the size of the picture that you're doing. So for instance, if you're doing like something this size, you're basically going to cut the strip to like at least anywhere from 11 to 12 inches in length. And then you're going to cut about half an inch bigger than what this width is, so that you'll have a quarter of an inch on each side. And then once you have that, then you can go ahead and score the top. You guys will see in the video, you'll score the top so that you can see where this first panel begins, and then you can start layering all of the rest of them that way. Like I said, it could basically be any size that you guys want. I mean, you could make some super small ones. You can make some big ones. I mean, in this case, we're just doing this size that's going to fit into an A2 card. And so that's basically what we're doing here. We're doing the waterfall to fit here. And so we're only doing 4 of those little tabs that are going to waterfall open. But you can do as many as like 4, 6, 8 tabs. You could do as many tabs as you want. Just know that the more tabs that you guys put in there for the waterfall, the bigger that mechanism is going to be, because you're going to have to accommodate all of those tabs. So this is the reason why I only put 4 in this little card, because as it is, that pulling mechanism's already kind of peeping down right here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cut this, and then I'm going to attach a piece of ribbon so that it's a piece of ribbon that will that they'll pull once they receive this. But like I said, you could make these waterfalls basically any size. It's just really thinking about what it is that you're going to use, either if it's a project lifestyle card, if it's maybe a picture, if it's a few pictures, if they're all like, you know, 5x6, and you're going to have to make that mechanism to accommodate those 5x6. Sorry, I just felt like I got something in my ojo right now. But so anyway, it really depends on what it is that you're basically using to make the waterfall. So you'll have to kind of do the measurements on that. But like I said, it's really easy, you guys. There's really nothing to it. I mean, I'm going to show you how easy it is. I know that there's a lot of videos out there. Some videos don't really explain measurements, and some videos explain it in centimeters and stuff like that. And somebody like me from California, well, we measure everything in inches, so we need stuff to be told to us in inches. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and run that down for you guys. But like I said, I mean, you can add these to any kind of swap that you guys are doing. If you guys are doing like a flip book, if you guys are doing like a mini album would be amazing. You could do like one of those explosion boxes. I'm going to be making one of those explosion boxes pretty soon, guys. So stay tuned for that video. And I make little tiny ones that will fit into the box so that they can pull open, and you know, you could put like different pictures in there, or you could put like different sentiments in there, inspirational sentiments, whatever it is that you guys want. You could use them like I did for a birthday card, an anniversary card, get well card, whatever it is. I mean, like, how cute would this be to give to somebody for their birthday, right? For their birthday. And then you're going to put let's just say they're 40 years old. You're going to put like a picture of them every 10 years, you know. That would actually be really, really cute, you know. And or put pictures of them when they were young, or put pictures of them with you, or you know what I mean? There's just so many things that you could do with these waterfalls. But anyway, now I'm just blabbing. So let's get down to business, because I know you guys want to get down and dirty with this. And let's I got tongue twisted, guys. Let's just get down and dirty. I'll see you guys in a bit. Hola, my little crafty monsters. So in this tutorial, we are going to be making some waterfalls, and I'm going to do a waterfall inside of a A2 card. But this basically is just showing you could make a waterfall for any kind of card that you guys want. So I'm just going to try to figure out how much space I have to work with. I am going to make the waterfall go up and down, not sideways. But I am measuring it in that way. And the A2 card is basically 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And so I wanted just a little bit of a smaller, you know, waterfall. So we're going to go ahead and start by cutting out our mechanism, the main part, to 3 1/2 by 11. So that's the size of that paper, the pink one, the 3 1/2 by 11. And that is going to be the mechanism that's going to basically make each one of those little cards flip open. And then these, the cream color, I'm going to just cut those down into squares, which are going to be the little main cards. And I'm going to cut those down to 3 1/4 by 3 3/4. So each one of those little cards are 3 1/4 by 3 3/4. And those are going to be, like I said, the little cards that we're going to use. They're the base of our little waterfall cards. And I'm going to go ahead and make 4 of those, because we're going to just do 4 little panels for that waterfall. And after we have these little bad boys cut down, I'm also going to basically, did you see how I basically made those cards about 1/4 inch smaller than that mechanism? And that's just so that your mechanism could basically show a little bit. You don't have to, you can make it flush. Part where I'm gonna go ahead and measure where the first card is going to line up, and then after I measure where that card is lining up, after that we're gonna go ahead and score every 1/4 inch. So you're basically just measuring the first card, and then 1/4 inch each you know, panel that you're going to add to this strip. And so in this case, since we're only going to do 4, I just went ahead and did 4 more. Well, I did 1 extra because Jesse's a little extra, but you only had to score it 3 more times for the other 3 cards. And so just go ahead and crease them, make sure they're all folded properly. And then I'm going to get the white paper, and this paper I'm going to go ahead and cut that down to 3 1/2 by 3. And these are going to be the little white mats that are going to go inside that little cream color card. You know how we do it, they're just card mats. You're just going down by 1/4 inch. So again, that's 3 1/2 by 3. And those ones, we are going to be able to decorate those at a later date. We'll do some stamping or adding some little elements onto those little cards to decorate it when we actually get to decorating this card. But for now, all we're gonna do now is basically do the back of our mechanism, and that is going to be the back support. That's cut down to 4.5 by 3. So cut that down to 4.5 by 3, and then you're gonna just wrap it around like I did and just, you know, crease it that way. Now at this point, go ahead and start gluing down your little card mats. And you just have to glue the very, very corner of the actual cream color. But the white card, you want it completely onto the card mat, you want it completely onto that little white card. And all you're gonna do is just line up each card to the actual score line where it's scored, and that's all you do. Then move up to the next one and glue that little bad boy to the next score line. And then once that one is glued down, just go ahead and move to the next one. And that's all you're gonna do to as many little panels as you're gonna add on to this waterfall. In this case, like I said, we only have 4 cards. And also too, when you're lining these up, make sure that they're all lined up in uniform so that they're all the edges are meeting together. And then once you have this little bad boy done, then we're gonna go ahead and crease each one of these little pages open. And once this is done, then we're gonna go ahead and do the back part. Now the back part, you're not gonna glue anything but those inside straps into the second paper. Not the paper that you're gonna pull, the second paper. There's 2 papers underneath there, some pink ones. This was a little too big, so we cut it down. So that was a measurement that I had given you guys. I gave you the correct one, which is 4.5 by 3. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna glue those inside panels, the little tabs, into the second paper. So then once you get that glued on the top, then there you go, and that's the waterfall. See, this is that little part that we did not glue, and that part you will glue onto your actual card base or any kind of project that you guys are gonna put this onto. That's what you're gonna glue, and that's all you need to glue, and that will be enough support for your little waterfall so that you can go ahead and pull it and have no problem. Now on here, I'm just gonna go ahead and measure the center of this little paper, and I'm gonna just cut it into like a little angle. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my little cutting mat, because I had already glued it, so I needed a cutting mat underneath that. And I'm just gonna cut it with my little razor blade. And that's how easy it was to make that little bad boy. And see, that's the little waterfall mechanism. And you can make these any size you guys want. Honestly, to tell you the truth, you just have to really measure whatever size cards you're going to use, as far as like the pictures or the project life cards or stuff like that. And this is the waterfall. All you have to do is just pull it. I might cut that later on and just add a ribbon, but that's the little waterfall, guys. That's how easy it was. I hope you enjoyed this. That's how easy it was to make these little bad boys. See, guys, it really wasn't that hard. I mean, there's only a few steps that you have to follow in order to achieve this. They are super, super simple. A lot of people that I have seen videos do the little strap in the back. They do like just one little strip. And to me, that really wasn't that secure. So that's why I kind of like tweaked it and I made it a little bit thicker so it has more of a support in the back. So when the recipient is basically pulling this, it's pretty secure. Like, if it doesn't feel flimsy at all whatsoever. And I've done them different styles. Like, I've done them with that little strip in the back, and I've done them like in that one tutorial before this, which is the letter style envelope flipper envelope exploder something. I forgot what it's called. It's a flip book, but I think it's called a envelope flip letter style, something like that. Jesse, knock it off. You out of control. Anyway, so I did one of these waterfalls in that little swap. So I mean, it really was easy. And in that one, like I was saying, I kind of attached it a little bit different to where I hot glued that strip in the bottom. And then if you guys saw that video, you guys would have saw that I glued like a little piece of washi tape kind of more towards the center of the mechanism, so it kind of had more of a support on the very top as well, because if not, this would have been able to fold a little bit forward, and to me it just seemed a little bit flimsy. So I kind of tweaked it to where I made it to where, you know, we'll make a bigger backing so that it will basically support it a lot better. And I really like how it came out. But like I said, guys, it's really easy. You guys could basically add a waterfall to any kind of greeting card or to any project that you guys are doing. Maybe if you're doing like a really cute little album for somebody, you know, add one of those on one of the pages so they could add several pictures instead of just one picture in that page. I'm going to be doing a few albums, some tutorials on some albums I'll be making. I am definitely going to be making like a llama album and also a beach theme album. So most likely I'll probably make a little waterfall in there so that the recipients will be able to put some pictures in there. But anyway, that's how easy it was. You guys could basically make these any size that you want to do them, and that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button as well as that notification. And if you guys are already subscribers, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support, my loves. But like I said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. And that's it for now, my little crafty monsters. Until next time, goodbye.